Can you buy YouTube channels? You know, the way to grow on YouTube is like to make content and get a lot of subscribers, but some people like to fast track that and just buy a YouTube channel with millions of subscribers. But are they allowed to do that? Like, is that against terms of service? Is that illegal to do? Well, in this video, I have the answer to that. So click subscribe because people often buy channels. Like, it's a thing. There's a lot of marketplaces out there where you can do that. And I'm not going to mention them in this video because of YouTube rules. Like, look, you can't buy it on Facebook Marketplace. That's just an example. There's a lot of different places and you can buy channels with millions of subscribers. Now, there's a few flaws in doing that, and I'm going to talk about that soon, but I want to talk about the rules of YouTube first. So here are the terms of service of YouTube. There's a lot of stuff to read. A lot of it's just legal garb, you know what I mean? But it does touch on buying and selling YouTube channels. Not specifically, but we'll get into it. So first we have to understand the lingo, you know, the language they use. Basically, the service that they're going to talk about is YouTube itself. So the YouTube platform, products, services, features. So that includes, you know, channels, right? Everything on YouTube. The service of YouTube. So if we go all the way down of what you can do, your permissions and restrictions, it says you may access and use the service as made available to you. So just normally, right? As long as you comply with this agreement, okay? It says the following restrictions apply to your use of the service. You are not allowed to, and the first point covers buying and selling channels, I believe. This is my interpretation of it, okay? Not a legal guy. It says you are not allowed to access, reproduce, download, distribute, transmit, blah, 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 sell, and then we skip over a bunch of crap, any part of the service or content. So you are not allowed to sell any part of the service, which means you are not allowed to sell any part of YouTube, which means you're not allowed to sell YouTube channels. In terms of service, you are not allowed to sell a YouTube account. That is what I have interpreted here. Except there's a few exceptions. You have authorization from YouTube, like with prior written permission from YouTube and, if applicable, respective rights holders. You need permission from one, the channel owner. If people list their own channels on websites to buy channels, you know, that's permission, I guess. But they don't have permission directly from YouTube, and I don't think YouTube likes to give that permission away to people. If you go and talk to maybe like YouTube partner support and ask them, they can't give you permission. They're not on the level to do that, right? I've seen people claim that because YouTube support said they could, then they could, but no, they don't have the clearest to give that, right? So you're not allowed to buy and sell channels because you are breaking terms of service. But the other point that I want to bring up is that there's no point in buying or selling channels. There's no point. And this is why. For one, we talk about YouTube growth. If you buy a channel with millions of subscribers and start uploading your own content, the subscribers aren't going to be interested in that content because they originally subscribed for something else. So it'll just be a whole dead channel, and it'll be super tough to try and push your own content to these people, and it's going to be a total failure. You're going to get your channel's going to die, basically. So it's not worth it in that respect, right? There's also the other part of it, which is people who like to purchase these channels for sort of bad reasons, okay? So, for example, I was shown this comment, I believe on one of my videos, by Mr. Beast. Yeah, totally Mr. Beast, and he was verified, okay? Except it wasn't a real Mr. Beast YouTube channel at all. Nothing was real about it. He was impersonating Mr. Beast, which is against terms of service, impersonation, right? Now, this is the channel here. He says he's not Mr. Beast. He is demonstrating to YouTube that they patch it, but it's still against terms of service, okay? I'm not saying that they were, I guess, intentionally doing this in a bad way, and that, yeah, they're trying to demonstrate to YouTube to patch something, but still it's against the rules, right? Now, visiting the channel, it does exist today. I am blurring it because I don't want, you know, oh my god, I don't want people to go to the channel and like mass report and crap, because, you know, ain't about that life. But if we look at the channel in the Wayback Machine, it used to be something else entirely. It used to be called Esports Channel, and they had 100,000 subscribers, cool, and they were uploading, I don't know, just a bunch of random stuff, right? So this channel used to belong to someone. It's crazy. So what people like to do is buy the channels and do things with the channels that are against terms of service, and then the channels end up getting deleted or terminated because of that. It's not good, dude. And so that kind of puts a bad image on buying and selling channels in general. Because look, we covered how buying and selling is against YouTube terms of service, right? If you search it up, people say it's legal to purchase and sell channels. It might be legal, but it's against terms of service. So I think those are separate. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. So anyone claiming that it is, I think they're wrong, okay? And because it's against terms of service, that means that the channel you buy could get terminated just for being sold. And so a lot of YouTube channels that get bought and sold get terminated eventually. So there's really no value in buying something that could just be destroyed by YouTube, like taking it down. Buying and selling channels is a dying marketplace because YouTube frequently destroys and terminates the channels that get bought and sold. It's not worth it. You can't grow with it. You can't really do much with it other than say, wow, I have a lot of subscribers, and you bought it for thousands of dollars only to maybe lose it eventually. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that, clearing up some information about that. So if you enjoyed this one and want to see more, I don't know, maybe we could look into terms of service some more. Kind of cool, right? So thank you for watching, and fly on.